And good morning, everybody. We welcome you back to the Bill Durnan Arena in Montreal, Quebec, for our first game of the day. I was going to say of the morning, but it's actually 12:18 here in Montreal right now, starting at 12:15 was the scheduled start, and we'll run through till the final game tonight at 9 o'clock this evening. I welcome you all to the Canadian Ball Hockey Association Men's B, C, and D, and Women's B National Championships. As I mentioned, we are in Montreal, Quebec, where it is expected to get up into the 40s with the humidex today. It's already quite warm here in the arena. We're going to start with a game in the Men's D division. The Kitchener Twisted Ends coming into this with a record of 1-0. Taking on the SBS Slayers, who played twice yesterday, won both their games, so they're sitting at 2-0 right now. Kitchener in the white with green and black. SBS Slayers in the darker jerseys with the gold trim, the honeycomb look on their shoulders. Shot came in right away. A little late getting on the air. We had a few last-minute roster changes handed to us, so I had to deal with that. Now we are underway. Battle down behind the Slayers' goal. Kitchener come up with it. Nick Roux got it out in front, covered up there by Cameron Kinfuerty, goaltender for the SBS Slayers. 2 18-minute periods we will play. Our webcast brought to you by the Canadian Ball Hockey Association, powered by 360 Live. My name is George Scott. I'll be here all day. We've got another 8 games to cover for you on our webcast schedule today, same as yesterday. I can't imagine how warm it is for the goaltenders in the arena. 4 arenas in use, by the way, here in Montreal this week for these national championships. We are covering the games here from the Bill Durnan. That shot stopped by Confuerte. Shot came in by Dusan Voivoda. Slayers now with the ball. Trying to cut inside, and that's going to be a penalty to the team from Kitchener. It's going to be number 5, Brad Chaves, going to the penalty box. So early power play for the Slayers. They win the face-off and will hold it in. Manassa over to Anstopoulos. Anstopoulos with a shot, scores! Actually, that was 78. Josh Demeray moved back to the right point. So an early power play goal for the SBS Slayers as they try and remain one to nothing. SBS. Ball is dumped down into the SBS end. Come up with a quick outlet pass. Comes here to the near boards. Pat Nadeau gets it down in deep. Tyler Holden for Kitchener. The return pass to Holden went off his foot and rolls down to the goaltender Cameron Kinfuerty. In goal for Kitchener, by the way, is number 17, Kevin Larocque. Manasseh up ahead to Panzera. He had it taken away by Groen, and Manasseh gets it back for SBS rather, dumps it in deep. Battle down in the corner, cleared up along the boards. Ryan Groen trying to keep it in. It's cleared out, hustling back into his own end. Enzo Confuerte, and that'll be a flooring call against Kitchener. Played just under 3 minutes here in our opening period. 1-0 for the SBS Slayers and a power play goal. Another shot from the point. That one goes in around behind the goal. That'll get over the red line, and racing up in between everybody is Dusan Vahota, and he scores. What an individual effort. Just outraced the two SBS players. A penalty was being called on the play. Just ran between the two defenders, got to the ball first, and goal ties the game up. Dusan Vejvoda. Another chance by Vejvoda. That time Confuerte made the save. Vejvoda's got it again. Into the slot area. That's intercepted, and back out come the Slayers. Gino Marinas scores! Oh, this could be last shot wins, folks. Lots of goals coming early. Josh Demaray restores the lead for the Slayers. Demaray took it to the top of the circle. Hammered it home. Tough to keep up with it. 3 goals. Just over 3.5 minutes of play. Ball goes out of play. Faceoff will come outside the blue line. Again, it goes out. The faceoff will stay right there outside the Slayers blue line. Manasseh to D'Alessio. Up to Nadeau. He can't get it out. Slayer's a little slow to move on it, and it's picked up by Connor Keating of Kitchener and poked down into the corner. All goes to the boards, as do the players. D'Alessio trying to get free on the left side. He was stopped by Tyler Holden. again, Holden gets there first. Kitchener looks to be a little quicker. They trail it 2-1, but they're getting to the loose balls. Manasseh for the Slayers. He's stopped. Can't get it out. This time it gets by the Kitchener player back at center. They're saying it was touch, though, so no flooring on the call. Todd Taylor back to pick it up. Ahead to Ryan Groen. This time it was dumped in from their own side of center, so we'll get a whistle. Faceoff will come back down in the Kitchener end. Very quick start to this game. 3 goals already. Scramble faceoff goes into the corner. Control there by Kitchener. Along the boards. That's offside. They touch it. So delayed offside. Allow Slayers to set up. Now Kitchener goes in. Pass up ahead. Panzera kicks it to Scalia. His shot, that one is stopped by LaRocque. Both teams will change. Kitchener trying to get the ball to settle. Good pass, and he'll get the return pass. It's Voivoda. He's looked impressive. He's got a goal. He had another scoring chance right after that. Stolen away. Beresovic. Voivoda. Kept in at the point. Shot scores! Danny DeCaruful. And we are tied. Tied at 2. 6.5 minutes in, 4 goals. Keating. Back at the point. Chaves. Wrists it towards goal. It's knocked down. Loose there. Delicio. Right up through the middle. Delicio. Can't beat Chaves, though, who got back. Up ahead to Keating. Keating will play it in. Will that get in over the goal line? Yes. Good hustle by Fredrickson. Jason Fredrickson to try and get there. Couldn't quite catch up with it. Exactly 11 minutes left to go in the first period. It's been an eventful one. And this is just the first of 8 games we have for you today. We're going to do 9 tomorrow because, let's face it, 8's not enough. Shot from Bampos from the right post. It's through. Skinner with a rush down the right side. Pass up through the middle. Dangerous one. Almost picked off. Now it is thrown in towards goal. And Fuerte, a little trouble with that, handling it. The Slayers come up with it. Scalia up as far as the blue line. Shot in. Picked up there by Tyler Holden. Tried the long stretch pass. That was picked off, and it's sent right back into the Kitchener end. Holden again. This time the pass will work right on the stick of Connor Keating. Actually, that was Brandon Skinner, 95, not 96. Gentile. Backhanded out, but not out over the blue line. Kept in by Holden. Polfus trying to get it into the slot. Put in towards goal. It's loose there and poked just wide. Kitchener's on it. Then they turn it over. Enzo Confuerte up along the boards. Can't get it out. Kept in by Kitchener. Back at the point. Long shot goes wide. Back at the right point. One of the Slayers players has lost his stick. It's almost a short-handed situation for them right now. They come up with it. They made the pass to the guy who doesn't have a stick. Shot ripped wide of the goal. Marinas can't get it out. Now the player's got his stick back, but they hit the post. Scotty Novosad stole the ball. Hit the post. Comes out 2-0 here for the Slayers. Shot, save made by LaRocque. That will go the other way. Scores! Danny DeCareful, his second of the game. 2-0 one way for the Slayers. They fail to take advantage of that, and then the ball goes back the other way. (3-2). Timeout's been called. So as the timeout's been called, we'll take a little break too and try and catch our breath. There's been quite a start to this first period. 9.5 minutes in, we've got 5 goals. All right, the players have taken a little break. Right from the face-off, the ball goes out of play. They'll redo it. Saying it went off the Kitchener stick last, so they'll bring the face-off just outside the Kitchener blue line. Kitchener win it. Pass was intended for DeCareful. Kitchener steal it, trying to break through. That's broken up. Delicio backhands it and gets it out. George Bampos, he lost it. Jumping on it was Rosovic. Clears it down into the Slayers' end. Turnover inside the blue line. Back comes Kitchener. Tipped. That'll stay in play. Knocked down. Up ahead. Joe Scalia for SBS Slayers. He's poke checked as he got across the blue line. Kitchener will come back the other way. Shot in on goal, goes wide. back at the blue line. Long shot in. Wide, came off the end boards. We've got a Kitchener player down in the circle, shaken up, and it's going to be a penalty coming up to the Slayers. Kirk Kotsanopoulos gone to the penalty box. 2 minutes slashing. Or actually, that'll be 4 for the stick infraction. And indeed, 4 minutes goes up on the penalty clock. So power play now for Kitchener. 4 minutes. They lead it 3-2. Voda in around behind the goal. Mamasa there first for the Slayers. Trying to get it out. He was all tied up. Pass comes across. They score. Voda, his second. And the Slayers are not happy with that. The Slayers player had his, or the Kitchener player had the stick knocked out of his hands. And they're claiming that he grabbed the Slayers player. You see the discussion happening there, thinking that the Kitchener team got away with a penalty and led to a goal. Marinas, good move to get himself free down the left side. Marinas trying to cut inside. He still got it. Marinas shoots, was looking short side, just missed. Kept in Enzo Confuerte. Mamasa, long shot that is knocked down in front. Brought out again by Kitchener. Try and throw it in front. Went off the stick of Confuerte and back at the blue line. Penalty's been called. It's going to be, I believe, an unsportsmanlike. The Slayers still not happy. It will be number 6, Mike Manassa. Has gone to the penalty box. You hear the gate being slammed. Face-off not done properly. They'll redo it. So another power play for Kitchener. This one of the 2-minute variety. They already lead it 4-2, and they win the face-off. They get it back. Brad Chaves. Novosad. Polfus in there again for Kitchener as well. They try and get it loose. Comes to the side of the goal. Confuerte will hold on to it. We'll get a whistle. Minute 37 left to go in the power play. Wrist shot by Voda right from the face-off, and then another shot by Polfus. Both stopped, but Kitchener maintained possession. Voda's hard shot came off the end boards, came out quickly. We've got a broken stick. One of the SBS Slayers players has a broken stick, so it's essentially a 5-on-3, but it comes off the end boards, and Cameron Confuerte holds onto and gets a whistle, so a bit of a break there for the Slayers. Killing a penalty, and a player had lost his stick. Hadn't lost it, it cracked off. The blade snapped off. Minute 17 to go in the power play. 5:34 to go in the first. Another face-off win for the Twisted Ends from Kitchener. They've looked very good. They gave up the first goal, but it's going to be getting better as this period has gone along. They've put up 4. And now a minute to go in the power play. Alessio. Up ahead. Nadeau is stopped, and he's yelling. He throws his glove. Oh, the Slayers have lost their cool. But, in fact, the referee had called a penalty. He was upset there was no penalty being called. The referee back here, the blue line just down to our right, had caught the infraction. It's called a slashing penalty against Nick Vorozovic from Kitchener. He'll go 4 for slashing. Make the transition from ice hockey to ball hockey here. Stick infractions in ball hockey under Canadian Ball Hockey Association rules are 4-minute penalties. A bit of moisture on the floor that needs to be cleared up, and it is a concern here in Montreal this week in the 4 arenas that are being used. Probably heard about the extreme or severe weather warnings that have been issued throughout central Canada and Quebec and Ontario. Today, the humidex expected to get up into the low 40s. It was over 30 degrees when I walked over to the arena about an hour ago. And with the high humidity, you worry about the floor becoming a little bit greasy, a little bit slippery. Wasn't an issue yesterday. And so far, floor looking good here this afternoon. This is actually the larger of the 4 arenas, or the largest of the 4 arenas that are being used. And the concern is a little bit greater for some of the smaller ones with not quite as much air circulation. Here, a power play for the Slayers. They try and cut into this lead late in the first. It's 4-2 for Kitchener. Shot from the point, scores! Enzo Confuerti. The scoring parade continues here at the Bill Dernan in Montreal. So back to a 1-goal game again. Actually, it was a 4-on-4, not a power play. So still a few seconds left to go in the initial penalty to the Slayers. And here's a breakaway pass, just hopped over the stick of Polfus. And he was in all alone. Now he's got it down in the corner, trying to work it out in front, taken away from him. Slayers play a little trouble finding the ball. Polfus in there looking for it again. He's got it. Now it is a power play for the Slayers as their penalty has expired. So that's cleared down the floor. Ken Rivnak will bring the ball up for the Slayers. They have to get it in over the blue line. They do. Kitchener on it first. Turnover inside the blue line. Looking for it was Marinas. Taken away, and we've got another penalty. Cross-checking. So lots of penalties, lots of goals. Brett Polfus heading to the penalty box. 4 for cross-checking. Another stick infraction. 2:17 to go in the initial penalty to Kitchener. 4 minutes to go in this one, so a prolonged 5-on-3 power play for the SBS Slayers. 3:21 to go in the first. Right from the faceoff, the ball goes high in the air and down into the Slayers' end of the floor. Katsanopoulos. Here on the left side, offside. Scalia stepped in over the blue line before he took the pass. And they're going to bring it back just outside the Slayers' blue line. Face-off win for the Slayers. Again, they'll try and set up. They need to get it in over the blue line first. That's the first order of business. Now they do. Played back towards center. Can they keep it in? No, they can't. 5-on-3 and nothing happening yet. Now it's in over the blue line. Desmarais back to Katsanopoulos. Desmarais with a shot. Save is made. Rebound is there. Loose in the crease. Cleared away by Kitchener. To the boards. Can't get it out. Katsanopoulos. Desmarais. Katsanopoulos. Manasseh back to Katsanopoulos. His shot goes over the top of the goal. It's batted out of the air and out of play. Just down below us. Face-off will stay in the Kitchener end. Minute 15 to go in the first penalty. So still a lot of time to work on the 5-on-3. Face-off to the right of Kevin Larocque in goal for Kitchener. A little discussion happening. Actually, I think a timeout may have been called. And the discussion continues, though. Referee talking to Phil Katsarinthis, the captain of the Slayers. Actually, not quite sure why there was a delay there, but we are underway. Save made by Larocque off the stick of Desmarais. Ball goes out of play. Face-off comes outside the blue line. Saying it hit the outside of the net and not off the goaltender Larocque. Again, not much good happening for the Slayers on this 5-on-3 power play. They mishandle it at the blue line and out it goes and down the floor. Under a minute to go in the 5-on-3. Katsanopoulos, bad pass at the blue line. They haven't had possession much. That one sequence where they had a couple of shots and were able to throw it around, but for the most part, they've not even been able to gain the Kitchener zone on this 5-on-3. They'll try it again with 30 seconds to go. Dumped in. Nobody in for checking it all for the Slayers, looking very disorganized right now. And an easy clear for Kitchener. 20 seconds to go in the 5-on-3. Fuerte offside at the blue line as the ball bounced around and the SBS player got in ahead of the play. And Manasseh complaining about the push he took down in the corner. He and Connor Keating were heading for the ball, and Keating kind of stumbled and fell into Manasseh. Didn't look like it was an intentional push. Looked like he just kind of lost his balance a little bit. It wasn't really all that hard of a push. Referee elected to let it go. First penalty is now over. So it's a 5-on-4. Let's see what they can do with this. Could do very little with the 5-on-3. Back to Demarais. Rivnek. Shot wide of the goal. Tipped. Not out. Rivnek will hold it in. Demarais. Hairshot scores! Nothing on the 5-on-3. You go to a 5-on-4 and it doesn't take long. They tie it up. This has been one wild and crazy game, and we're only a little less than halfway through it. After being down 4-2, the Slayers have come back to tie it 4-4. Long shot in on goal. The Rock over into the corner. Tyler Holden. Time winding down here in the first. 15 seconds to go. Danny DeCareful. He's got a couple of goals, and they're looking for it. So 4 seconds to go. Ball bouncing around. Batted out of the air. Chance there for Voda. He's also got himself a couple. Last second opportunity. Well, we're going to have to definitely try and catch our breath after that one. What a first period that was. 4 goals. Numerous penalties, all kinds of complaints and arguing and misconduct penalties. A little bit of everything. Look forward to the second period, and we're just getting started, folks. First of 8 games we've got for you on our webcast schedule. Again, the webcast brought to you by the Canadian Ball Hockey Association and is powered by 360 Live. Let's hear a little bit from 360 Live in case you would like to have your event webcast.
Hi. I hope you're enjoying this live stream. Would you like to webcast your next event? Want to reach a larger audience, maybe even global? Let 360 Live show the world your story. Send us an email to hello@360.live for more details. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to follow us on these social media sites.
The Canadian Ball Hockey Association, the CBHA, is the official governing body for the sport of ball hockey in Canada. We are a full standing member of the International Street Ball Hockey Federation, the ISPHF, and proud partners with Hockey Canada. Our members come from Canadian provinces coast to coast, and we are proud to showcase our players in this national championship tournament. And if you'd like to reach out to us here at the webcast via Twitter, there's my Twitter handle, Cats Mike Guy. I do senior hockey play-by-play for the Grand Falls Windsor Cataracts Newfoundland Senior Hockey League on a regular basis. So that's the Twitter handle. Send me a message. Let me know where you're watching from, who you're cheering for, who you might be related to, or to correct me on some pronunciations. Feel free. All right, we are set for the second period. 4-4 tie. Kitchener. Twisted Ends. And the SBS Slayers. $18 minutes left. Slayers come into this game 2-0. They won both their games yesterday. One of the handful of teams that played twice yesterday. Most just played once. That goes into the Slayers bench. Kitchener 1-0. Kitchener were looking good halfway through that first period. Taking a 4-2 lead, but then penalty trouble struck. Allowed the Slayers to get right back in it. That pass picked off. Brought in. Taylor. Looking for Vrocevic. Vrocevic along the boards, but taken by Slayers. Cleared out. On it first. Taylor. Dumped in. Right on goal. Conferti plays it down into the corner. On it first. Enzo Conferti. Chipped out. Quickly up ahead. Desmarais, good pass into the middle. Was looking for Marinas. That was taken away, and back comes Kitchener. In over the blue line. Fredrickson towards the goal. The shot came in, and Conferti just got a piece of it. Voda, who has been very good in this game, making a bid for another goal. Konstantinopoulos takes it back behind his goal. He'll get the return pass. Over to Manasseh. Up to Gentile. Stopped at the blue line. Konstantinopoulos. Manasseh. Closing on him quickly was Keating, but they get it up ahead. Gentile, he'll shoot it in. Eric Panzera behind the goal for the Slayers, trying to backhand it out in front. Ball came right back to him, tried it a second time. Still in behind the goal. D'Alessio cycles it back in there. Tyler Holden got it up along the boards. Kitchener player fell down along the boards. Rivnak over there trying to keep it in. That came out over center. They'll have to gain the blue line again. D'Alessio elects to shoot it right in on goal. They'll get a line change in. Chaves for Kitchener. Trying to chip it in was Keating. Instead it goes over the glass. Face-off will come just outside the Kitchener blue line. 15:25 to go, second period. We are knotted up at 4. Fredrickson. I'm sorry, that's Conferti, number 12 for Slayers. Dumped it in. Kitchener quickly bring it back out. Pass was in behind Ryan Groen. Back to pick it up, George Bampos. He'll ring it hard around the boards. It'll be kept in, right into the slot. Player was on his backhand, couldn't get a shot away, then was knocked down. Play continues on. Ball still loose in front of the SBS goal. Now it's played to the boards. Kitchener with control. Trying to get it out in front. They do. A shot went off a couple of legs into the corner. That one over the top of the goal and out of play into the mesh. Face-off will stay in the Slayers' end of the floor. D'Alessio to face off against Brett Polfus. D'Alessio is going to get waved out. Face-off comes back right between the two Kitchener defensemen. They go back into their own end to pick it up. To the boards. Taylor clears it in. Racing to get to it. First backhand scores. Brett Polfus. Again, a harmless looking play as the ball was just dumped in and Polfus got there first. So a couple of goals that have resulted in Kitchener speed here in this game, just beating the Slayers. They had led it 4-2. Back they come again. Right in front, right into the crease. Big save made by Confuerte, and then he'll sit on the ball and get a whistle. Kitchener coming close to getting back-to-back quick goals. Confuerte forced to make a good save. Face-off will stay in the Slayers' end of the floor. Again, they don't do it fairly. Slayers player jumped into the circle early. So Scalia will be waved out. Coming in to take it is Desmarais against Polfus. Polfus won it. Back of the point. There's the shot. Went wide. Came off the end boards. Confuerte stretches out the right pad to make the save and then covers it up. All the way down into the Kitchener end. They'll go back to pick it up. Scalia in there forechecking, but the ball comes out. Up ahead to Careful. Voda, drop pass, shot by Verosevic. Off the end boards. He gets it again. That time it went off a leg into the corner, comes back towards the blue line, and then goes out of play. So down to 13:32 to go here in the first period. Kitchener leading it 5-4. Ball dumped down the Kitchener end. It'll be a flooring call against the Slayers. Will come back down to our left. Kept in at the blue line, put in towards the goal, knocked down there by Verosevic of Kitchener. He couldn't get a shot away. It's chipped out towards center, held in, batted out of the air. Confuerte, Enzo Confuerte for the Slayers. Long pass up ahead, was looking for Eric Panzera. That was broken up. Del Torto was looking for Gentile. Kitchener come up with it, cleared down into the Slayers, and both teams will make some changes. Confuerte to the blue line, he'll chip it in. Back to get it. Fredrickson for Kitchener, long pass up through the middle, failed to connect. Then it was knocked down. Keating for Kitchener. Keating battling along the boards. Confuerte up ahead to Chaves. Chaves back in his own end, up at the blue line. Pass to Keating. Keating towards the goal, kicked out by Confuerte. Player tripped up at the blue line, and that's going to be a penalty against the Kitchener Twisted Ends. Reaching for the ball, got the feet instead. Tyler Holden gone to the penalty box, 2 for tripping. The Slayers back on the power play. Face-off won by Kitchener. Don't get it out, though. Mike Manassa will hold it in. He'll get it back out at center. Katsanopoulos tried to play it to the boards, had it taken away. And look out, off to the races. Brett Polfus. Polfus to the backhand. Save made by Confuerte. Polfus on it again. Kitchener doing a great job, short-handed. And it's turned over at the blue line. Katsanopoulos. Up to Scalia. Manasseh. Desmarais, he's got a hard shot. That one went over the top of the goal. Scalia. Manasseh back to Scalia. He's got Katsanopoulos over here on the right side. That's where the pass comes. Shot goes in, deflected wide. Scalia. Desmarais, hard shot and a good glove save made by Larocque. That was labeled for the top corner. We saw in the first period, Desmarais can shoot it. Scalia, his shot off a stick wide. Nadeau down into the corner. Nadeau doing good work, maintaining possession for the Slayers. Back to Scalia, can't shoot it. Manasseh, he does. That missed short side. Again, the Slayers are on much better looking power play, and as I say that, reaching in was Todd Taylor to knock it away for Kitchener and send the Slayers back down the floor. Just 18 seconds to go in the power play. Now, this has been a very good-looking power play for the Slayers. Scalia tried to chip it in. They're going to run out of time, though. This power play is going to end. To Caraful, short-handed. Just 2 seconds to go. Now we're back to even strength. Danny DeCaraful. Into the slot, was looking for Fredrickson, didn't connect. Chaves will hold it in. Right out in front, that just missed Vorozovic. Chaves. Shot by Vovoda, goes wide. Again, it's right out into the slot. Cleared away to the boards, Enzo Conferti. To center, no further. Dumped down in deep, and from their own side of center, the ball was dumped in. So it'll be a flooring call against the Slayers. Good-looking power play. A couple of good shots. One really good one from Desmarais, and a better save by Larocque. With the glove hand. But unable to score, so we remain 5-4 in favor of Kitchener. A little more than halfway through the second period. Slayers bring it out. And dump it in. Chasing after it, Panzera. Goaltender Larocque comes out to play. Now Panzera's got it. D'Alessio back at the point. Conferti. Shot was tipped. That went off the end boards as it went just wide. Kitchener able to get it out. Conferti's got to hustle back to go get it. It came out over the center red line, then dumped in by the Slayers. D'Alessio will get there first. He's watched by Taylor. D'Alessio spinning away, still has it. Tried to get it out in front, cleared away. Diving to poke it free. Teammate Katsarinthis comes in to help out. Ball bouncing around. Chance there for the Kitchener twisted ends. That's going to result in a penalty. Delayed penalty being called against the Slayers. Shot from outside goes wide of the goal. Chaves trying to get there, but it's touched up by the Slayers, and Kitchener will now go on the power play. Katsanopoulos gone to the penalty box for the Slayers. 2 minutes. Kitchener just able to get possession. Novosad into the middle, trying to get to his forehand. He does. Was DeCaraful. He's got a couple already. Ball bounces high in the air, batted out of the air, and jumping on it, Joe Scalia. Pass up ahead, here's a breakaway. Desmarais shoots, scores, shorthanded! Josh Demaray has tied it on a beautiful shorthanded goal set up nicely by Joe Scalia. We're back to a tie game. Kitchener still on the power play. Minute 27 to go in their man advantage. That's tipped just wide. Nick Rue down in the corner for Kitchener. Rue back at the point. They'll set it up. Over to the right side. Back at the point. Into Fredrickson. Shot save was made by Confuerte. Rebound gobbled up by the Slayers. That was number 9, Jeff Del Torto. Under a minute to go now in the power play. They got it in over the blue line. Fredrickson chasing it down along the boards. In behind the goal. Keating. Keating will take it now along the far boards. Top of the circle, he'll shoot it, hit a couple of players in front, knocked down, and the Slayers come away. Take their time. That was Marinas. Back to Manasseh. They look to kill off this power play. The remaining few seconds. All right down to LaRock. LaRock plays it around the boards. Only 12 seconds to go in the power play. Keating through the blue line. Doesn't get it in. Polfus, now they'll bring it in, but time running out. In fact, time has run out. We are back to even strength. Kitchener maintained possession. Vovoda tipped in front, then backhanded by Polfus. Polfus got a stick on that shot by Vovoda and tipped it just over the top of the goal. Alessio turning and turned the ball over, but a little indecision between the two Kitchener players. A little bit of I got it, you take it. Look, and it went right between the two of them. D'Alessio tried to play it off the boards. That was stolen. Poltus is out in front. Confuerte got a foot on the ball as the pass tried to come out towards Polfus. Borosevic. Player gets knocked down the corner, and the referee out at the blue line is calling a penalty, elbowing. It's going to go against Kitchener. Waiting to see who's heading to the penalty box. It's number 19. Gives the universal symbol for I don't agree with the penalty. Slams the penalty box door. Slayers looked really good on that last power play. They didn't score, but they had a lot of possession. Threw the ball around nicely. A couple of good shots on goal. Then came back with a shorthanded one. So let's see what they can do with this power play. Now we're tied at 5. Getting late now in the second. Under 5.5 to play. Oh, it's been a fun one to start our day of coverage here in Montreal. This Men's D matchup. A couple of undefeated teams. Gained the blue line, then passed it back out over center. Couldn't touch it, would have been offside. So, not the greatest of starts to this power play by the Slayers. Got to go back. Katsanopoulos. Demaray. Pass to the blue line was tipped by the Kitchener player, Borosevic. Chaves will turn down the floor. Minute 15 to go in the man advantage. Get it in over the blue line, but can they get possession? Demaray wins the battle. Quick pass, a little bit too much on it. Gentile's now got it behind the goal. Gentile looking around. Shaves on him, and it's off a stick. And down the floor it goes. Not looking nearly as good on this power play, and there's a cardinal sin. Flooring. While you've got the man advantage. They tried that long stretch pass. Way off the mark. Down to just 45 seconds to go in the man advantage. .35 seconds left to work on this power play. And they turn it over. The ball was mishandled by Confuerte. Gets out over center. Now the race is on. Novosad. Back there first, though, was Desmarais for the SBS Slayers. Ten seconds to go. Desmarais will try for way out. Scores! Josh Desmarais. Listen, when nothing else is working, shoot the ball. His hat trick. Wow. 8 seconds to go in the power play. Nothing with. Not the preferred way of playing that type of shot. He reached across his body, missed it with the trapper. Instead of taking a step to his right, sliding over and getting his body in front of it, tried to catch it. Didn't work. And the Slayers have taken the lead. What a crazy game. Kill a minute 52 of the power play, and looks like nothing is going on, and just a desperation shot gets you a goal. It's the football equivalent of the Hail Mary there. But we've seen he can shoot it. Ball goes up in the air, doesn't touch anything, comes down. Shot save made by LaRocque. Marinas got around the outside. Under 3 to play. Stolen at center. Confuerte shot. That hit the dasher. Stayed in play. Went high in the air. Somehow missed all the beams up in the ceiling. Polfus. He's got great speed. Polfus trying to get around the outside. Good defensive play made by Jeff Del Torto. Del Torto's got it. Doesn't get it out. It's kept in. Shot. That just went wide. Polfus. Oh, sorry. That was Vivoda. Let's strike it again. It is Polfus, 69. Made that little move, went back between the legs as it came off the end boards. Almost had his third goal, but unable to get it behind Confuerte. Now bringing it out through center. The Slayers, it's number 19, Marinas. Ball stays with him. Maintain possession, plays it back to Scalia. Under 2 to play. Scalia, Katsanopoulos, Manessa. Scalia. Delicio calling for it. They try it off the boards. That was picked off by Taylor. Ferocevic shoots. Save made by Confuerte. Huge save by Cameron Confuerte in goal. LaRocque coming out. That's going to be, I believe, too many players. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the player had hopped off the bench. What happened was they were trying to get the goaltender out. LaRocque was heading for the bench. Player jumped on as LaRocque got close. The ball came down. LaRocque played it. Too many bodies out on the floor for Kitchener. Timeout's been called. Tough penalty for Kitchener to take this point of the game. Minute 21 to go. Again, trying to get the goaltender out. And the ball came over towards the bench and it was played. They had 7 players on the floor. (6-5) in favor of the SBS Slayers. Minute 21 to go. Face off down in the Kitchener end. Won by Kitchener. They'll ring it around the boards, but Desmarais waiting for it there. Tried to play it back to Katsanopoulos and went off his stick, and now Katsanopoulos has to race back into his own end to pick it up. You need to be careful. Just flip it down the floor. Not touched by anybody. That'll be a flooring call. Mistake there by the Slayers. They had the man advantage. Tried that long pass. Really didn't have to. They weren't under pressure. Goaltender is out for Kitchener, so they've got 5 players out on the floor. And the face-off deep in Slayer territory. Big face-off here. Won by the Slayers. Then they turn it over. Kept in. Fed in front. Cleared out. D'Alessio's got it. D'Alessio tried to go for the empty net. Again, the Slayers seem a little anxious to get rid of the ball here with this power play. And with the net empty. Instead, it went up into the ceiling. And again, the faceoff will come back down into the Slayer end of the floor. 48.3 seconds left to go in the second period. Lots of time. Again, face-off won by the Slayers. Down into the corner. Kitchener on it first, up along the boards. Battle ensues. Ball comes in behind the goal. Kitchener's on it. They've got control. Right through the crease it came out. Goes back in behind the goal again. Rung around the boards. Desmarais chips at it. Can't get it out. Player knocked down. It's going to be a penalty coming up to the Slayers. Right at the blue line. It's going to be Scalia. As they say, things get interestinger and interestinger here in Montreal this afternoon. So now it's 4-on-4, but with the net empty for Kitchener. It'll be 5 players on 4. Face-off just outside the blue line. 22.1 seconds to go. So, again, big face-off. Desmarais will come in to take it for the Slayers. He wins it, clears it down the floor. But that will be a flooring call because they are at even strength. Each team with a player in the penalty box. And again, it moves the face-off down deep. Slayer territory. 15.9 seconds to go. Our next game was scheduled for 1:30. It is 1:27 now. So, it's going to be a little bit late starting, but we can get them going quickly. Kitchener win the faceoff, put it towards the goal, comes off the end board, scramble in front. Kitchener raise their sticks. The referee on the goal line immediately says no goal and then hits up Kitchener with a misconduct. Not finished with things happening. Nick Verosevic gone to the penalty box. So now we'll have a discussion about the face-off, I think. Looks like they're going to move it outside the blue line. 5.9 seconds to go. Kitchener thought they'd scored. The referee was right on the goal line, perfect position, waved it off immediately. One last chance here, shot! And diving out to block it was the defenseman, Kinfuerti. Wow. 1.6 seconds to go. They win the faceoff, but it's picked off, and the final buzzer goes. What a game it's been. The SBS Slayers hang on. I mean, just hang on. They come from behind. They had trailed at 4-2 at one point in the first period. Went back and forth, back and forth. Eventually the Slayers win it, so they go to 3-0. Kitchener falls to 1-1. And we will get set for our next game. Again, it was scheduled for 1:30, 1:29 now, so it's obviously going to be a couple of minutes behind. That'll be another Men's D group. Two teams we haven't seen yet here at the Bill Durham. They did not play here yesterday. The Montreal Unknown and the Oshawa Snipers. So we'll get ready for that. We'll take a little break here. We'll see you back in just a couple of minutes for that game. You're watching the Canadian Ball Hockey Association Men's BC and D Women's B National Championships from Montreal, Quebec.